Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
Superpowers you can get right now. Dreaming of being faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to lead to a conclusion in a single bound? Hey, why dream? Here are 11 superpowers you can have right now. Just take a look at any comic book or superhero movie, and you'll get a good idea of just how much we dream of having superpowers. The ability to do what the usual person can't, having super speed, super strength, being superhuman, fascinates us. But what if we told you that all of this isn't just confined to the comics, and that you can get a superpower right now? Of course, people still can't change their size, walk through walls, or teleport, since it contradicts the laws of physics. But there are some other superpowers that are available nowadays for the right price. Number 11. SpiderMan wall climbing. Now, if you dreamed of having Spider-Man's wall-crawling abilities when you were a kid, or if you still do, I've got some good news for you. Dr. Lim-Ning Day from the University of Dayton and Dr. Sonlin Wang from the Georgia Institute of Technology invented a super sticky material. It has a nanotube spatula design that's based on microscopic hairs. Now, this means you can cling to any surface of your choice. And to unstick yourself, all you have to do is just give it a little tug, and you're free to keep crawling up that skyscraper. Okay, maybe you shouldn't give that a try, but it's still cool. Number 10. Immunity to pain. The inability to feel pain helps some comic book characters push themselves to the extreme. However, immunity to pain isn't just fiction. There's an absolutely real and very rare disease called congenital insensitivity to pain. A person with this condition never experiences physical pain. They never have and never will. But if you're thinking, yeah, sign me up, then you should know that it's not as amazing as it sounds. The fact is that this is an extremely dangerous illness. We need to feel pain because it lets us know that something's not right with our bodies. People suffering from insensitivity to pain may have dramatic complications, simply because they haven't even noticed an injury or disease. So perhaps it's not the coolest superpower, but it's a superpower they have nonetheless. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you will get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 9. Fear projection. Well, the superpower probably wouldn't belong to a superhero, but rather a supervillain like Mr. Fear. But believe it or not, a fear-projecting device is very real, and it's not even that hard to make. What I'm talking about is a machine that produces infrasound. Now, infrasound is basically acoustic waves of extremely low frequencies. These waves are below the human hearing threshold, so we can't really hear them, yet they still have serious psychological effects on people. Being around infrasound can make you feel discomfort, fear, and nausea. Kind of like when you pull up at a stop sign next to a car with 3 subwoofers blasting away and you can feel it in your chest even with the windows up. Now multiply that and the fact that you won't be able to explain the origins of these sensations, making the experience even more terrifying. Now that's a pretty sinister superpower. Number 8. Iron suit. Everybody knows that Iron Man's strength comes in the form of his iron suit, and it's a pretty cool superpower to have, getting rid of anything in your way or shooting off into the sky, all thanks to this miraculous armor. Well, you might be glad to know that technicians at Japan's Tsukuba University have already created a special exoskeleton suit called the HAL 5. It's 9 feet tall and weighs almost 90 pounds. You can get inside it, walk around while wearing it, move its arms, even wiggle its fingers. It doesn't fly, of course, at least not yet. So if you have $93,000 to spare, you, just like Tony Stark, can get yourself a loyal metal companion. Apart from Iron Man and the Avengers, who's your favorite superhero? Number 7. Night vision. Anybody familiar with the DC universe knows that Dr. Midnight can see perfectly well in complete darkness. Unfortunately, this comes as a surprise. He's almost completely blind in sunlight. Lucky for you, that's not a necessary stipulation anymore. Modern technology allows you to use advanced night vision devices. They used to be super expensive and only available for the military and special agencies. But nowadays, these gadgets have come to the consumer market, and anybody can get them to see in the dark. Number 6. Ability to heal yourself. Superheroes like Wolverine and Firestorm have one of the most desirable powers. They can regenerate and heal themselves. It was probably this exact superpower that inspired a new project. The Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, also known as DARPA, is developing an implant that hooks directly to a person's nervous system. It'll treat depression without the help of medication, look after internal organs, and treat them when necessary. This implant is probably going to be prescribed to those with physical injury to the brain or for mental health issues like post-traumatic stress disorder. Number 5. Super speed. The Flash's superpower may be much more available than you think. Governments around the world are working on special devices that can allow their soldiers to run faster without getting tired. Some of these projects already exist. For example, there's an exoskeleton that helps people run long distances faster than even the best sprinter. But there's one thing that could change running forever. Scientists from the Arizona State University are developing a special lightweight jetpack that, instead of taking you up into the sky, sort of propels you forward as you're running, giving you a speed boost. According to initial results, the added speed that this jetpack will give soldiers can be crucial on the battlefield. The research is ongoing to improve the results even more. Number 4. Invisibility. Now here's a superpower we've all dreamed of having, especially during our most embarrassing moments, and it could very well become a reality. There have been pretty advanced attempts to create Harry Potter-like invisibility cloaks. The thing is that our eyes only see the light that objects reflect. With the use of a particular material, Canadian scientists decided to alter light waves to pass through an object. This has already given a pretty impressive result, but only if an object is illuminated with one color. So this technology is still being worked on. What scientists have figured out is several other ways to make objects invisible. One of the most recent ideas has been developed at the University of Rochester. A combination of 4 lenses organized in a particular way effectively hides objects from the viewer. Now researchers are trying to figure out how to maintain invisibility on the move. Number 3. Ability to fly. While we're on the topic of the most popular superpowers, let's talk about flying. Unfortunately, this one seems like the most impossible to achieve, unless you count planes and helicopters, of course, but one Australian company has already created the Martin jetpack. This device can reach a speed of 45 miles per hour and travel at an altitude of 3,300 feet. The Martin jetpack has advanced safety features like a parachute that can open extremely close to the ground, so you don't splat. Wow, your dream and my dream may not be as impossible as we may think. And with that, it's now time for today's best pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber, so if you come across a photo online and want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in a future video. Number 2. Contact lens with built-in telescope. Mirrors, cameras, motion. Scientists are designing intelligent mini-mirror embedded contact lenses that can magnify your vision by almost 3 times. The 1.55mm thick lenses have a thin reflective telescope consisting of mirrors and filters. Light bounces off the series of mirrors when light reaches the eye and enhances the perceived view of an object or person. The lens is intended to enhance the vision of people with age-related macular degeneration, AMD, the world's 3rd leading cause of blindness. The added ability to move between magnified and normal vision with a complementary pair of glasses is a crucial feature for the lenses. To monitor the movement of the eye, the battery-powered glasses use LCD technology, and a simple wink will alter their polarization and decide whether or not the light entering is magnified. By incorporating air channels to aid the flow of oxygen to the eye, the most recent prototype, unveiled by the team in February, conquered this obstacle. But the team also hopes to further expand this by making an oxygen-saturated contact lens solution that can be stored and slowly released into the eye instead. In order to test for comfort, the lenses were only tested on a handful of individuals, with much of the testing to date carried out in the laboratory using a model chemical eye, but with the ultimate goal of regular wearable contacts to help the visually impaired. Further human trials are in the cards. Number 1. Super Strength. Lots of superheroes save the world using their superhuman strength. But can you believe there are devices that allow you to have the same superpower nowadays? You still won't be able to punch through walls or lift cars up over your head, but they will make you a lot stronger than you already are. Exoskeletons come in a wide variety these days. One of them can help workers by holding up to 36 pounds of tools. At the same time, they're light enough that the wearer can climb a ladder and get the full gear to your liking. Bionic limbs, the Titan Climb for instance, straps directly to your arm and helps you lift things you don't normally have enough strength to handle. Just don't be surprised if all your friends and relatives start asking you to help them. But that's it from us. Which of these was your favorite superpower? Let us know in the comments section down below.